Modular buildings, guys, modular building. So first off, Shift A to add a plane. We're making modular building, so we will want to have them be able to snap onto each other. That is why it's important to have them at the same scale. We can turn this on, snap to grid, select this one side of it, and then set origin geometry 3D cursor, set this back to the world origin. Flip this on the z-axis by 90 degrees. We have our first wall panel. Wall panels can be wide, they can also be skinny and short, depending on the windows that we're going to use from our textures. Add a material, walls. Yes, this is the ones. And now size this down to kind of what we want basically. So I don't want this white. Image projection is very flexible. You're not limited to this section of the image. If I don't want this white part here and I want to make it black, which I think we should all do for this project just to keep things coherent, I think it looks better when it's dark. See, I just grabbed it over here, pulled it up, and voila, that is now dark. You can even do it with these windows if you want. That looks pretty nice actually. If we extrude that, actually I'm gonna keep this. This seems like a pretty nice variation, honestly. So, and there are some things that is gonna be good to demonstrate. First of all, over here, like normally I wouldn't care about this, but this blue thing is way too distracting. It pops out too much. And this is kind of how I judge if something needs to be remapped. Right now, we did not UV unwrap for our thing, but what we can do to fix this is we can go to the top view. We don't need to see it. Press U and then project from view. And we'll have this face over here. Ooh, little building in there. And then we can honestly fit this wherever we want to. How about over here? And now we'll have dark walls. Very nice. Right now, we're using one material, but we actually have two materials. So we can add a material over here, pressing this add button, and then over here, walls alpha, Shift D, duplicate this face, pull it out, assign this, and you can see that. Yeah, we got fences now. How cool is that, huh? Yeah, so basically how this works is that I painted out a alpha channel using the image as reference. And because this is the same image, just with different maps, I can swap them and we would not need to make any changes to the mesh or the the UV mapping itself because they're all already mapped according to this. And Lou has multiple images of these in our mirror board that I think have the same layout. Some of them don't have these things in the middle, but the windows are the same, and that is where the hardest parts comes in. So it saves a lot of time when we want to try to change and make new different ones. Like for say for this one, I can swap this with another image that I've got, and then it's gonna look very good. Like there's not a lot of extra work that we need to put in. So there's that. I've added a wall base over here. This is already applied with texture, roughly the correct scale, and I've snapped them together. So when you're using it, it's called flat wall base. You can just Shift D and hide the old one.